Ariel Helwani in Dallas for UFC 185 alongside the UFC strawweight champion Carla Esparza, who meets Joanna Jedrzejczyk this Saturday live on pay-per-view. Carla, it's interesting that you're coming up right after the Ronda Rousey fight because it feels like the dust is just settling now after all of that madness. And I know you were there, 14-second win. It feels like women's MMA has never been more talked about these days. And now here you are, defending your title for the first time. That's a lot of pressure. You have to follow up that act. Do you feel that pressure?
Definitely, and I want to live up to that pressure. I want to go out there and have an amazing finish, and I think it'd be hard to beat 14 seconds, but I'm going for it.
So you were there in person, right, when she fought Kat at UFC 184, correct? You were at the...
I was there, yeah.
Was that inspiring for you to see the only other women's champion do what she did, and you're up next?
Definitely. Ronda just always puts on such amazing performances, and she's been such a dominant champion, and I would like to live up and be just as good as her.
The night before, I saw you at Invicta, and that's not where you started, but where this kind of run started as strawweight champion. What was that like for you? Because you come back now as UFC champion, you've sort of graduated from that show, and you're like, it's not like you're going back to high school, but you know what I mean? It kind of had that vibe to it, at least in my eyes.
Yeah, definitely. I got to see a lot of familiar faces, a lot of awesome fans there that were really pumped, and just another great Invicta card. I think they always put on good cards, and I just feel like it's nothing different, just great card. Shannon's been doing an awesome with the promotion, so I'm just really happy.
A lot of people, including myself, when Claudia Gadelha lost, were disappointed because there's such a great rivalry there. But man, I got to tell you, leading up to this fight, I think Joanna's done a great job of promoting herself and selling herself. She has taken some shots, but what really got me excited was the face-off at the Welcome to the Show. She gets down low, looks at you in the face, kind of does a few antics. What did you make of all of that?
I just feel like she needs to use all those kind of little antics to pump herself up, and she can do this or that, but regardless, I'm going to go in there and win that belt and keep it.
You're not impressed?
I am not impressed.
You're annoyed. Are you annoyed by all of this?
No, for me, it's just she can do anything she wants, but for me, I'm just always focused on myself. I think a lot of people have noted that I'm just a really focused fighter, and always it's just focused on that fight.
Tunnel vision.
Tunnel vision, there you go.
When she kneels down and looks up at you like that, what do you think? What do you see?
I just think, wow, I'm not used to looking at people down that low. I'm usually the shorter one, so.
Do you think the face-off tomorrow is going to be intense?
I feel like, she's probably going to do the same thing, and she might have a couple words to whisper to me, but I'm not really too worried about it.
When did she get on your radar first? Because she's kind of come out of nowhere in MMA. She had a great 2014, but I don't think people were talking about her, as a potential contender this time last year.
Definitely. I actually got to see her fight, her first fight in the UFC when I was in the Tough House. All of us saw it together, and then she went out and beat someone who a lot of people are expecting to be the #1 contender, so I think she made people start paying attention to her.
Prior to that, when she was knocking out Rosie Sexton and all that, did you have her on your radar?
I actually didn't have her on my radar because she was a 125-pounder at the time, so I didn't really know too much about her.
On paper, this kind of feels like a great matchup for you. Classic wrestler versus striker. Do you feel the same way?
On paper, definitely, but when it comes to MMA, you really never know what's going to happen. It also, I just know it's going to be a hard fight because she on paper, it was the same kind of situation fighting a black belt in Claudia, and she was still able to get past that with the win.
What do you make of her takedown defense?
I feel like her takedown defense is really good. I mean, she's stopped a lot of people from taking her down, but at the same time, she's never faced a wrestler like me.
I'm wondering, how has life changed for you since December? UFC champion now. There's only one other women's champion. There aren't that many, period. What's life like now?
I wish I had time for it to change a lot, but honestly, I got the call pretty fast about my next fight. So when I'm in camp, it's just all train. So kind of business as usual for me.
You haven't had a chance to smell the roses?
No, not really, but hopefully after I defend my belt tomorrow, or Saturday, then I'll get to smell the roses.
Would you like a break after this fight?
I would like a little break. It's been a really long year with Tough, and then defending, winning the belt, then defending it now. I would like one.
But you did have that $1,000 Sunday. I mean, that's smelling the roses, if you ask me. $1,000 Sunday, how many people could say they had that?
Not a lot. So it was definitely a really cool experience, and I've got to have a little fun in the time after, but when you're focused on a fight, you really don't get to do too much at all.
And is the plan really to go back and have another one? Are you going to go for Felice's fight?
I'm going to be out there for Felice's fight for sure. Not sure about the Sunday, but could happen.
And now, what's the celebratory cookie for this event? What's the one on tap?
I don't have one yet. I think if I had it in my room, I'd just be too focused and looking at it all the time. It'd make me crazy. But there's definitely going to be a cookie after this.
Is there one in mind? Is there a go-to one?
Oh, I don't know. I would like to get a big cookie cake, big chocolate chip cookie cake. That'd be cool.
You need to get a cookie sponsor as well. You talk about cookies so much. It seems like a natural fit, right?
Yeah, totally. Maybe like a protein cookie.
Sure.
That would be awesome. Have it during
Let's
camp.
work on that.
For sure.
All right, well, good luck to you. Looking forward to the fight.
Awesome. Thanks so much.